Multiple Netflix series have brought the horrific crimes of serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer back into the spotlight. In Milwaukee, a tour is inviting people to walk in the footsteps of Dahmer. And it's causing some controversy in the city, especially among those who knew Dahmer's victims well. In the CBS 58 special report, Brian McCrae shows us the bar behind the tour and why so many are taking issue with it.
We knew something was going on, just didn't know what until that terrible day.
It's a memory from 30 years ago that traumatized the community.
Can't get much darker than that.
The capture and arrest of Jeffrey Dahmer, the city's most notorious serial killer.
Something that horrific and something with that much negative publicity, and it involved the gay community.
Now Dahmer and Milwaukee are once again in the spotlight as the focus of two Netflix series.
He preyed on the undetectable.
I called you for months.
Former bar owner George Prentice sits back in a place he used to call home.
I knew on some level about 2/3 of the victims.
Prentice opened one of Milwaukee's first openly gay bars, Longtime.
It was the only place where they could go and assemble with other gay people.
The dance club opened its doors in 1984 and blazed a new and exciting trail for the gay community, providing an unhidden place for gay men to gather.
We actually kind of underestimated it based on previous experience with how big the community was.
But soon, this safe haven would become one of Dahmer's hunting grounds.
No, it doesn't seem like yesterday. It seems like a long time ago because we had put it all. We didn't keep it alive here in town. People in Milwaukee did not keep that alive.
In February 1992, Dahmer was charged with killing 17 young men. Many of those victims stopped in, had drinks, and talked with Prentice during his time at Longtime.
Tony, I can't even remember his last name, Deaf Tony, we called him. He and I would communicate sometimes for hours using pen and paper. And I just got to know him quite well. He was a sweet guy.
And today, nearly 30 years later, those wounds are being reopened.
It's uncomfortable, but it should be uncomfortable.
Just 4 blocks away from Longtime, another Milwaukee staple, Shaker's Cigar Bar, offering what they call historical tours, detailing the accounts of Jeffrey Dahmer.
The Cream City Candle's been around for about a decade, and that too is incredibly popular, and obviously the reason that you're here today.
Robert Weiss is the original owner of Shaker's. Weiss opened this unique venue back in 1986. The Cream City Cannibal Tours draws people from all across the world.
Australia, Canada, Argentina, India. It's serial killer, it's true crime. That is the hottest segment in both programming and in tours today.
But Prentice, who lived through the trauma of those days, questions the ethical and moral reasons for keeping such a dark stain on Milwaukee's history alive.
It was horrific and depressing. Who the hell wants to think about that stuff?
But Weiss believes his tours are educational.
This is ugly. And you should take it and you should think about what goes on amongst yourself, your relationships, and the person living next door.
So we took Weiss up on his offer and joined the hour-and-a-half, $40 tour, hearing accounts of Dahmer's life with mentions of his victims.
This was a man with the name of Stephen Hicks.
Melanie Santos here says she came from the San Francisco Bay Area specifically for this tour. Santos says she believes the tour sheds light on larger issues in our country.
What was really nice about the tour was the focus on the systemic issues that are going on, that have been going on and continue. So I really liked that part of it.
The tour making a notable stop outside of Longtime.
We want people to learn the lessons that took place with him. And there are significant lessons that society needs to know about today.
Those lessons for some coming at much too high of a cost, leaving the legacy of trauma dancing in the shadows.
Why? That's my only question. Why? What reason?
In Milwaukee, Brian McCrae, CBS 58 News.
We have been following the renewed interest in Dahmer's horrific crimes and the stories of people who lived through that era. You can find those reports on our website, cbs58.com.